Have you ever looked into a man's eyes and felt like there was more he wanted to say, but didn't? Not because he didn't trust you, not because he didn't care, but because he simply didn't have the words. There's a kind of silence men carry, a quiet ache tucked behind their smiles, a hunger for something deeper, not of the body, but of the soul. And we feel it, don't we? Even when they pretend it's not there, we still feel it, like a song playing just below the surface, waiting to be heard. Hey, love, I'm so glad you're here again. Let's pour a soft moment for ourselves today, because this is tender. We're going to talk about something men rarely admit, something they long for, not with words, but with presence, and something we as women can offer, not by changing ourselves, but by remembering the quiet power already living within us. Years ago, I was in love with someone who never asked for much. He didn't need gifts, he didn't need praise, he didn't even need constant reassurance. But one night, as we lay in bed, his head resting on my chest like a boy lost in a dream, I felt his heartbeat fast, unsure, and for the first time, I realized what he truly needed was to be safe with me, to be small, without being made to feel weak. It wasn't something he could say out loud. His pride, his wiring, the world he grew up in, it taught him to hide that need behind jokes or anger or silence. But I saw it, and once you see it, you can never unsee it. Men secretly want safety, not just physical, but emotional refuge. A place where their masks can melt and they can just be flawed, confused, human. They want to be understood without being fixed, to be listened to without being advised. They crave the kind of feminine presence that doesn't demand, but simply receives, like warm water and holding them without resistance, no judgment, no conditions, just presence. Imagine a man as a fortress, strong walls, heavy doors, built to keep the world out and his heart in. But inside that fortress is a quiet room, a room with childhood dreams and wounds he never confessed, desires he barely understands himself. And here's the truth no one talks about. He wants you in that room. He needs you there, but he won't ask because asking feels like defeat. So instead, he waits for the woman who doesn't knock too loud, who sits beside his silence and doesn't rush to fill it, who knows that the bravest love is often the quietest one. So what can we do? We soften, not to be less, but to become more felt. We learn to listen with our hearts, not just our ears. We touched his arm during his silence, not to pull answers out, but to remind him we're here steady, soft, unafraid of his shadows. We say things like, I don't need you to explain, I just want to be near you. Or, I see you even when you're quiet, and I still choose you. These words, they open secret doors inside him. The ones he even forgot were there. There was a moment not long ago when I stumbled across something that changed the way I saw men forever. Not a book, not a seminar, but a kind of inner window, a private key into the emotional world men rarely show us. And the strange part? It wasn't about changing them at all. It was about returning to the soft knowing inside ourselves, the place that speaks man's unspoken language without a word. I didn't expect what would happen after, but it woke something ancient in me and in him. If your heart is whispering that it wants to understand men deeper, not through control, but through connection, I'll quietly leave that door open for you below. You'll feel it if it's for you. You'll know. Sometimes love isn't about doing more. It's about being more still, more present, more open to the truth. Our partners don't know how to speak. What men secretly want is to be held in a love that doesn't rush to fix or prove or earn, but simply allows them to fall apart and still be seen as a whole. You already carry this gift. You've just been busy protecting your own heart too. And that's okay. But maybe now you're ready to open it just a little again. If this touched something in you, stay close. There's more to uncover, and I'll be right here whenever you're ready. Thank you, friends.